Hello, I'm Pamela I. Emanuel, a Christian creative entrepreneur and the founder of Tamira Inc., a company dedicated to empowering women to reign through faith, fashion, finance, and entrepreneurship. For over 10 years, I've built a career in the fashion industry working behind the scenes adorning women, and over time have become a sought-after international businesswoman, a women's advocate speaker, and a soon-to-be published author. I am forever grateful to God to be blessed to be working in Hollywood, California, doing what I've always dreamt of. Although God has opened several doors of opportunity, every achievement, every success was born as a result of a dark season or setback. From my career in fashion, I know that there's a strong importance placed on exterior aesthetics, the appearance of man, and extreme beauty standards and pressures, further perpetuating women as merely sexual objects. There's a plethora of viral content diminishing, distracting, and defiling the virtues of women and what we embody. I am all for snatch waist, eyebrows on fleek, fashion on point, hair slayed, and makeup game oh so strong, but none of these were able to help me when I faced my toughest challenges. You can search any social media platform and find tips and tricks on how-tos, but unfortunately, there's not much found on how to effectively overcome tribulations. Tribulations that target women, such as rape, molestation, divorce, betrayal, abandonment, insecurity, and rejection. I know about it all too well. I know what it feels like to be rejected, abandoned, slandered, and falsely accused. You see, I moved from Houston, Texas to Hollywood, California at a very difficult season in my life. At that time, I had recently divorced a narcissistic ex-husband who was involved in several adulterous affairs, one resulting in a baby born outside of our marriage. Although he had defiled our marriage bed due to his illicit sexual addiction, he also decided to abandon myself and our son, leaving me to raise and provide for him without any provision or help. But I didn't stay there in defeat. I now know what the healing process and the road to restoration feels like. I am healed. I have been restored. I overcame what was intended to snuff me out. This has awakened something in me that refuses to go back to business as usual. I am no longer ignoring the call. To be delivered out of a snare and not go back to rescue others would be selfish. So here I am, creating a platform and content that I so desperately needed in my time of testing. Transparency, vulnerability, and shining a light on issues that plague and cheapen the value of women, abuse our uniqueness, and mock our power. What would it profit a woman to gain the whole world but lose her soul? Or to allow other women to stay bound? I am no longer building my dream. I'm building for the kingdom. It's time to abolish ideologies that condone injustice and restore the identity of a people who for too long have been ostracized, defiled, and devalued, annihilating traditions that tell women to play dumb, look the other way, or bear and accept a life of pain. Not on my watch. Women, her worth far above rubies. What is it about women that would cause us to be the target of deception? Why is society so determined to distract and defile what God thinks of who we are? Since the beginning of time, the adversary has strategically targeted God's crown and climax of creation. Sadly, it's still manifesting today in the lives and mind of you and I. The attack? It's on our identity. If the enemy can get us to question our identity, he can convince us to vacate our thrones. He ensnares with iniquity, generational curses, feelings of inadequacy, confusion, dysfunctional relationships, unjust circumstances, and even rebellion. For generations, thrones have been left unoccupied, permitting illegal transactions to invade our families, society, and even our bodies. It's now time to take our rightful position. What if I told you that the life of victory you desire is within you? that there's an inheritance reserved and a throne waiting to be claimed. We are heirs, seated in heavenly places, kings and royal priesthood, holy nation, a royal diadem, crown in his hands. Women, we are no longer waiting on God, but God is indeed waiting on us. We have a dominion mandate with divine providence and authority to forcefully advance, recover our inheritance, reign, and forbid it to continue to the generations to come. I'd like to introduce this series, A Queen's Prayer. It's time to obtain what rightfully belongs to us, receive deliverance, healing, restoration, and wholeness. This is not a regular video series. There will be interactive prayer exercises for those who are ready to partner with God to manifest and lay hold of their divine inheritance. The topics unveiled may be controversial, but we can no longer ignore the root issues that exist. So join me. Subscribe if you're ready to make a decision that will change your life, your bloodline, and your lineage. Be sure to turn on your notifications, share, and leave me a comment about what topics you'd like us to conquer together. It's time for the queens to arise in victory. Are you ready to reign?